The world isn't ending, but maybe it is. Let's talk about some stuff and hope that it's not. She's got a podcast, it's really great. Her name's Shelly Murder with Not Small Talk.
Hi, my name is Shelly Murder, and welcome to Not Small Talk, with today's episode being titled Happy Thoughts, because, dear God, I need them, and so do a lot of my friends and people online, people I've seen on campus. It's been awful. I cried when I found out that Donald fucking Trump is our next president. I laid in my bed and cried. I couldn't do anything except cry, check my phone every 2 seconds, and hope that it wasn't some cruel joke that the media or the government or anybody was playing on me and everyone else. But it wasn't a joke. This is our reality. Maybe it is a joke. I mean, it feels like it a little bit, but it's just a joke that I don't get. And I think a lot of people don't get it either. I mean, I don't find it funny, that's for sure, or enjoyable in any way. It's scary, it's terrifying, and it makes me just want to throw up. In fact, I can't say future President Donald Trump without wanting to throw up, to retch. It just makes me want to cry and makes me feel uncomfortable and sad inside. But I don't want to talk about this today. I want to be happy, and I think that all of you listening, or even people who don't even know about this podcast, which is most people, but everyone out there needs to have a bit of a distraction, and that's my goal today for myself and for you guys listening. So we need to keep hope, all of us. And I want to say one last thing, is that if you want things to change, you have to be that change. You have to organize, get together, and say no. You have to stand up and say, Donald Trump cannot silence me. My feelings are real and I am worthy. Say that to yourself every day if you need to. And if you're like me, then you don't want Trump to be president in any way. So I'm going to put a link in the description to change.org where you can sign a petition to put Hillary in office. I really don't know how much good it's going to do. I doubt it'll go anywhere, to be honest, but maybe it'll make you feel better. It made me feel a little better. Okay. So today, I'm actually going to talk about my favorite things, like that good old song says. I'm not going to sing it because I'm a bad singer, but hopefully it'll make me happy, and hopefully it'll make you happy too. So I'm going to start with Pokemon, yes, Sun and Moon, because it's coming out on November 18th. I think it's like $40 for each game. A little expensive, but it's a new game. It kind of happens. But I looked on Pokemon Sun and Moon website, literally as it goes, Pokemon Sun and Moon, like, .com. And the final evolutions of the 3 starters are there, and they look sweet. They look awesome. There's what seems to be a grass/ghost type. So, well, actually, all 3 of the starters are 2 types. But the grass ghost type is called Decidueye, I think I'm saying that right. And then there's a firefighting type called Incineroar and a water fairy type called Primarina. Decidueye looks like a badass Assassin's Creed meets Forest Owl situation going on. It's got like a hood. It just looks cool and creepy, but like adorable at the same time. So that makes me excited because I'm a grass type girl. I know. I know that it's kind of the douchebaggy type to start with, but they're just my favorite. They've been my favorite since Bulbasaur, and I'm not going to change, so I'm definitely going to go with Decidueye. I pre-ordered Moon for myself, and my boyfriend is going to have Sun, but it's Decidueye, of course, starting with Rowlet, but in the end game, Decidueye is going to be my main man, or lady. And he just looks so badass and adorable, which is amazing and exactly what I'm looking for in a Pokemon game. I like the super powerful only scary and intimidating types. But I want some cuteness in there too. I like cute. It makes me happy. I don't need a tank all the time. Because the cute ones are just as good. Anyway, I was really into Pokemon when I was little. I played Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Stadium on my N64 a lot. Particularly Pokemon Stadium. I wasn't very good at it, and I would play with my cousins on Thanksgiving and Christmas for hours, and they would always beat me, and I'd get really upset, but I just keep wanting to have rematches, and I'd change my Pokemon every single time, thinking that the Pokemon was what needed to be better, not me, because I was young and stupid. So, but the ones I always gravitated towards were Ninetales and Jinx and Psyduck. I like Psyduck because he was cute, and I like Ninetales because she looked really scary but like pretty at the same time and majestic. And Jinx is just kind of cool. And, I mean, there's controversy there, but I didn't know about that when I was a kid, so we'll just go with it. And Pokemon Snap was interesting. I don't know if you guys know about Pokemon Snap, but basically, from what I remember, which I haven't played it since I was 5, probably, but Pokemon Snap, you literally sit in this, like, train car and go around the map and take pictures of Pokemon in their, like, wild habitat. And you get points for taking better pictures and having, more than one Pokemon in your picture. And you would show your pictures or show your film to Professor Oak, and he would give you, I guess, money for your pictures. And it was really interesting because there was no RPG element to it. You weren't fighting, you weren't battling, you weren't catching Pokemon, you were strictly taking pictures of them in their habitat, but it was so relaxing and different. And it was cool to see the Pokemon act as they would if they were just wild animals, running around, playing, fighting. It was really interesting. So, after I kind of was done with my N64, which is its own story, but I lost touch with Pokemon. I really didn't play it anymore after the games for my N64. And the latest game I've played is Alpha Sapphire. My boyfriend convinced me to buy a 3DS and Alpha Sapphire because he knew I would like it, and he was right. I love it so much. It's really fun, it's relaxing, and of course, I chose Trico as my starter because grass types are awesome, no matter what anybody says, and I beat the Elite Four with Sceptile and Swalot. I really love my Pokemon a lot. I get so attached to them. I want to cry when they faint or when they get hurt. Even though they're not real, they're in a video game, they're not actually animals that I'm forcing to fight each other in some sick dogfighting ring. But it makes me sad. I don't like seeing them faint, and I try really hard to not let them faint. And of course I want to win, so obviously I don't want them to faint. But it's not because I want to win, I get sad when they get hurt. So I don't want them to faint. I'm just a really emotional person. But finally, I want to move on to our PSA, public service announcement. Today's PSA is very short and sweet, and it's about Planned Parenthood. Because both our future president and our vice president want to defund Planned Parenthood, and that is so wrong, and we cannot let them do that. We cannot let any politicians defund Planned Parenthood. It is so necessary to have. They do more than abortions, people. They provide mammograms, pap smears, and birth control, among other things, to low-income individuals, people that can't afford it, and they need it. Mammograms help catch breast cancer in its early stages. Pap smears help catch cervical cancer and STDs in its early stages. And birth control obviously keeps you from getting pregnant, which is so good because for people that are already low income, a baby is the last thing that they need in their life. And as a country, paying for birth control through taxes for low-income people is a lot cheaper than paying for their welfare and food stamps to feed their kids. I think we can all agree that we would rather pay for low-cost generic birth control than multiple kids because their parents can't afford birth control for them. Even if you're pro-life, you should respect and love Planned Parenthood because of the good that they do. They help millions of Americans and people around the world. I want to work for them someday. My degree will be public health with a concentration in global health, which means I'll be trained to go around the world and hopefully work for Planned Parenthood and give women around the world the health care that they need and they deserve. And of course I'm going to do this domestically in the United States too, but my dream is to really go abroad. And Planned Parenthood gives me that option. They really do help people. If you're scared and want to talk to Planned Parenthood, you can text them at 774636 and say PP now to live chat with them, or you can call 1-800-PLAN. Of course, their website is in the description if you want to check it out. And also, volunteer and donate to them because they certainly need it. Alright, to finish off, I'm going to talk about Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them because that is also coming out on November 18th. Super excited for that. It's going to be really good. I can tell from the trailers alone that it's going to be amazing. So, I love Harry Potter, and I'm a Slytherin, proud of it, and my Patronus is a Newfoundland, of all goddamn things, and I've just now accepted it, even though I found out in August, so if that tells you anything. I don't see myself as a Newfoundland. I really don't. They're kind of big and slobbery. I'm a cat person, not a dog person, but I can grow to love my animal spirit self, I suppose. And if you love Harry Potter too, go ahead and comment down below what your house and Patronus is. I'd be really interested to know about what your house is because it really does say a lot about you. Obviously, being a Slytherin doesn't mean that you're Harry Potter's version of Hitler. I mean, I like to think I'm not that way, but it definitely says a lot about me in that I can be pretty manipulative and clever, so I don't know. But anyway, comment what your house and what your Patronus is. And if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at NotSmallTalkPod. Alright, have an amazing, fantastic day, and thanks for watching.